New Firmino found. When the new season starts, there are so many players who want to step up and leave a mark. Liverpool's scout team is watching these players and providing reports to the club. Sporting director Julian Ward brought in some of the players that took the stage last year. Both Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez were relatively unknown names in world football at the beginning of 2021. However, after an effective season at their club, they made a flight from Portugal to England and became the centre of attention of Europe's giant clubs before joining Liverpool. For Firmino, who is entering the final year of his contract this season, new hits are being watched and potentially on Julian Ward's list. Particularly, it is foreseen that the blow inflicted by the Liverpool offensive line with the departure of Divock Origi and Takumi Minamino will be eased. A name that has been mentioned for a while and followed closely by Julian Ward has been announced. That name is Mykhailo Mudryk, who stated that moving to the Premier League was a dream. He was seen as a high potential in Shakhtar when he first appeared when he was young. He has 2 goals and 2 assists so far in the Champions League this season. The young Ukrainian winger is still only 21 years old and has plenty of time to develop and gain experience. The player profile is exactly the way Klopp likes it. He likes to dribble and does this not for show, but by making the right run at the right time, he puts the team on the offensive. He was even called the Ukrainian Neymar because of this feature. Not only that, he's a winger trying to create a high amount of chances for his teammates. Looking at his stats, he's averaged 90 shot creations so far in the Champions League this season and has recorded 12 assists in 1395 minutes for Shakhtar. Mudryk, who can play both on the left, on the right and in the middle, can play in multiple positions, as Klopp likes. His goal against Celtic on Wednesday night was truly magnificent. He used his speed to get behind Celtic's defence before sending the ball into the net, and his goal showed that he has the skills to play on Liverpool's flank. He's exactly the kind of player Liverpool can get for their money, and the Reds can get a deal before the January or maybe summer transfer window. Liverpool need to make a move on the player as soon as possible, as many other top European clubs are no doubt getting a glimpse of the exciting winger. It is reported that Arsenal and Newcastle are also interested in the player. Liverpool can sign 2 exciting midfield talents thanks to their relationship with Jorge Mendes. Liverpool's strong connections could enable them to make a perfect double move for their 2 best midfielders next summer. The Reds are very likely to move for a midfielder next summer, and Jude Bellingham is the main target. With players out of contracts, we're likely to see some new faces in Jurgen Klopp's midfield. The news from Portugal is that by using Liverpool's strong connection with some managers, new and dynamic names can be added to the team. Considering the quality of the names mentioned, an exciting transfer period is definitely waiting for us. Wolves' Matheus Nunes and Benfica's Enzo Fernandez are young, multi-talented players with serious qualities who will surely revive and renew the Liverpool midfield. At the start of next season, Liverpool's midfield options may look very different and may be just what they need. Information from the most reliable sources in Brazil claims that Liverpool are after Nunes Fernandez's double contract next summer. The key point in these 2 names is Jorge Mendes. Liverpool want to use their close relationship with Jorge Mendes to sign the couple. Nunes is directly represented by Mendes, while Fernandez's manager is Eugenio Lopez, who works in partnership with Mendes. Nunes is seen as one of the best names on Klopp's list. As it will be remembered, while the transfer window of the summer was continuing, we conveyed that Klopp liked Nunes very much and Liverpool had an interest in the player. However, at that time Klopp was absolutely undecided about signing a midfielder and admitted that he was wrong in his statement towards the last days of the transfer window. But when Liverpool re-entered the market, Matheus Nunes had already joined the Wolves and their Premier League adventure had begun. However, Liverpool do not see this as a loss because they are looking forward to the player's performance in the Premier League. Considering Liverpool's sporting director Julian Ward had a good relationship with Mendes on the Darwin Núñez signing, it could be an easy deal to negotiate, despite Nunes joining the Wolves only this summer. From Fernandez's point of view, he has been a key man for Benfica so far this season and has been called up to the Argentina national team for the upcoming international break. The 21-year-old has made a bright start to his European career despite transferring from River Plate to Benfica this summer. He averaged 89.2% passing hits, 2.3 shots per game, 2.5 tackles, 1.2 key passes, 9.8 balls per 90 minutes and 102 passes per game in the Portuguese league this season. His performance against Juventus in the Champions League this week is enough to realize that he is a special talent. It is stated that there is a €120 million release clause in Fernandes's contract. Liverpool don't want to use it, but there is talk that a bargain will be made thanks to their strong relationship with Mendes. So is it possible for Liverpool to sign two midfielders? Jude Bellingham is expected to join Liverpool next summer, but considering teams like Chelsea, Manchester United and Real Madrid are in the ambush, it would be wise to have a plan B option. To give a brief example of this, we can remember Liverpool's loss of Aurélien Tchouaméni to Real Madrid this summer. After missing him, they were unable to sign another midfielder until the final day when Arthur Melo signed a loan deal. Considered a panic buy by some, and the Reds will need a sudden midfielder option next summer, most likely as the contracts of James Milner, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita expire. What's more, Thiago will turn 32 next summer, and it's clear that he's not a reliable choice throughout the season due to his injury proneness. Also, Fabinho is the only natural top defensive midfielder at the club, and Klopp will definitely need options. Therefore, the answer to the question is yes, it is possible. Do you think the Núñez-Fernandes duo can succeed at Liverpool? Fabrizio Romano denied the Arthur Melo reports. Recently, news emerged that the new signing Arthur Melo's loan agreement would be terminated early, and Klopp was not satisfied with his training performance. However, Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano denied allegations that the Premier League club wanted to terminate Arthur's loan contract in January. Romano said, Liverpool are not planning to send Arthur Melo back to Juve in January despite rumours from Italy. Arthur is working hard to find his best form. Claims denied by both club and player. Arthur is 100% focused on Liverpool, said. Given that the Brazilian midfielder has recorded just 13 minutes of playing time since joining the Merseysiders on deadline day, it would certainly be premature to expect Klopp and the power brokers at Anfield to give up on him. Arthur was signed on loan after Jordan Henderson suffered an injury against Newcastle United just 24 hours before the transfer window closed, and the captain's step aside made it clear the final blow the club could take in terms of an injury crisis in the middle of the park. Thiago Alcantara, Curtis Jones, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita were all recovering from various injury issues before Henderson joined them, and within a day Arthur joined the roster at Anfield to strengthen the midfield after a disastrous start to the season for the Reds. The Juventus star has a lot to offer Liverpool's midfield and is in the top 10% of his positional peers in the top 5 European leagues for pass completions and accurate passes tried in the last 12 months. It also ranks in the top 17% for progressive carries, proving to have quality characteristics in accurately dispersing the ball. Prior to joining Liverpool, Arthur had not played since the 11th of May, the night of the Coppa Italia final, and was injured over the summer. So it wouldn't be a wise choice to throw him straight into the game, and Klopp explained that he was given time and worked hard to get to 100%. However, the good news is that Klopp and FSG have no intentions of shortening Arthur's loan contract, as the midfielder could prove extremely helpful in Liverpool's quest to improve and compete for the trophies once again this season.